По-скоро те да влязат тук е много шумно. Да. Не широко. Ще вървим. Здравейте! Радостно да ви видя. Живо толкова.
Да, после ще го.
All the mosaics and the site on a display.
Sorry.
So he can also add some interesting points about the basilica.
Very well.
So please.
Would you like to go back? Yes. Right here.
Добре. Не знам колко. Добре, почваме от тук.
When was it prepared?
It was opened in 2021. Almost 2 years ago. 2 years ago it was opened for the public. Probably you've been told that the basilica, it was a major project, joint project between the municipality of Plovdiv and the America for Bulgaria Foundation for the conservation and display of the basilica, of course, and the building of this visitor center and the protective cover of the site. It was initiated in 2014. It started, the real work started in 2015. So we, the conservators, were first on the site, and we started in 2015 and worked till 2021. During this time, I should start with that initially the basilica was excavated in 1980s during a major road construction here in the center of the city, and it was excavated only the half of the basilica. During the project, the last project, the project was expanded. The initial idea was to restore the mosaics and to build this cover building on top of the half of the basilica. But our mayor during that period realized that if we do that, we will demolish lots of the mosaic of the basilica because it required supporting wall to be built with 4 meters wide foundation because the ground is not stable. So he said, I'm not to let this happen. The municipality had more money to the project as well as the foundation. So the project was expanded and the decision was made to, there was a road. On the northern part of the basilica there was a north. They demolished, removed the road, which very rare happens nowadays.
Especially for culture, it's very rare to close a whole road.
Yes,
but the former mayor was very courageous. And he said, okay, we'll close the road because it was linking to the main, one of the main boulevards. And we knew back then that there would be some tensions, But nevertheless, for culture, we closed the road, and yes, we can continue.
Yeah, the archaeologists excavated the northern half of the basilica, and then we conservators restored the mosaics there. The most interesting feature of the basilica is that we, especially during the conservation, that we found that it has three floors laid on top of the other. The first one is very simple, made of mortar, so-called apposignum floor, and two mosaic floors, which were dated between the middle of the 4th century and early 6th century. You should ask why the basilica has three floors. Because of this unstable ground. The floor, when we enter there, you will see the irregularities of the floor. We have huge depressions and higher parts. Higher parts are due to the walls of the previous building that lay under the basilica. There was the archaeologists think that was a temple dedicated to the emperor's cult. Here Stanislav may say a few words about these earlier buildings. And this is the main reason to put these three floors during the conservation, because we have to detach actually the southern half of the basilica. The upper mosaic floor we found in very, very deteriorated condition, so it needed to be detached. There were several reasons to make this decision. First one was the condition of the upper mosaic layer, and the second was that we knew that we have another layer under it, and the third reason was that we have a resource to restore and exhibit the mosaic. Now it's exhibited on the second story of the visitor center, and you will see. So thanks to this, now in the southern part of the basilica, the lower layer, mosaic layer, can be seen, and in the northern half you can see the three floors together. Only in the losses of the upper layer you can see the lower one and the earliest floor, and on the second floor you can see the detached and restored upper layer of the southern part of the basilica. Here Stanislav can say some words about the basilica plan, and because there are some interesting.
I would like to do this using some visual materials.
Okay, so here actually we are now in the narthex of the basilica. There is a central entrance.
Shall we go there just to check it?
Let's go. So this is the narthex and the central entrance. It has 5 entrances. The nave has 3 entrances, and the side bells, each of them have 1 entrance. This peacock with an open tail is located at the front of the main house. The plan of the basilica is 3 aisles, 1 apse basilica, with an atrium. You can see behind that Here you can see the walls of the temple and the walls of the basilica. Maybe he can explain better
It's
to me.
complicated now with what's here. We need to see some plans. So, yeah.
Okay.
Look at
Now
this.
we are entering the southern aisle of the basilica. Here you can see the lower mosaic floor, which is the most colorful that we found in our lens. and it's made only So now you see the village, which is built on top of the ruins of the temple. Basilica uses some of the walls of the temple. For example, here the western wall of the temple, and because it's wider than the temple, the steel huts and the walls of the temple you can see in some other sections excavated. So here you can see that it's 3 out, the main is 2 side aisles, 1 apse, the narthex, atrium. The atrium was surrounded by porticos, also covered with candelabra. After the basilica was destroyed, actually its function remained the big court and the end of 6th century. After it was destroyed, on top of it built historical houses, on the middle of these houses.
In other words, the king inhabited this area and built some very fine structures.
There is
one of these funny structures is here.
It's funny structure because they used a column and added some masonry around the column, and after that, usually when the properties were added, transformed. Here more than 200 burials were excavated, and over there you can see some of the foundings, finds from the excavations to the Acropolis, and a lot of information about this. If you try the VR, you can see the 3D model of the basilica.
You just have to move it a little bit in order to start. And you can move towards the left, right?
Actually, this is the last, represent the last period of the basilica, the 5th, 6th century basilica, with the last mosaic floor. And here you can notice how the upper floor is cut, and underneath we are still working on the lower layer mosaic stabilization because it is in very good condition. That's what it is going to be. Because we have
Даже телевизиите се притесняват, че ще изтърват емисии.
Защото те и любопитно или аз разбирам.
От София дойдох.
Especially on this floor. On the second floor, the mosaics is restored. It's transferred from this floor to the new building, so it doesn't need
Колеги, разказваме си да говорят сега, защото това няма да продължи дълго.
Колеги, тук ще бъде брифинг.
Big interest.
Очакваме всички да се съберат.
Както ви е who would you like to translate? Him, her or him? Whoever. Okay. Грек, Зорница, къде е?
Когато сте готови, колеги,
Милодинов не е той, не иска това. Окей. Ако искате, господин Отоне, знаете, заместник главен директор на ЮНЕСКО, с който днес имахме възможността заедно с кмета на града. Освен, разбира се, да обядваме, да видим и някои така ключови локации, въобще части от Пловдив. Бяхме главната, Римски стадион, квартал Капана, като едно добро място за творчески индустрии, за развитие и показване на определена културна политика, която се налага в Пловдив. Показахме и развитието, когато говорим за археологическите разкопки и последните дейности по след отварянето на форум Север. И разбира се, нямаше как да подминем едно от основните неща, епископската базилика на Филипопол, като част от серийния обект, който е част от индикативната листа. Така че ние още не го видял целия. За не държим, разбира се, медиите. Вече I can pass the floor to you. I told them that we went to different sites of the city, that we met with the mayor, so the Roman Stadium, the Kapana district, the ancient forum. So now the floor is yours. If you want, you can give some comments.
Quelles sont vos impressions de la ville de Plovdiv jusqu'à présent?
Well, first of all, it's the first time that as UNESCO official I'm coming.
За първи път ЮНЕСКО пристига като официална делегация тук в град Пловдив.
And I've been very amazed by
Аз съм изключително впечатлен от това, което видях до сега.
by all the different layers of culture that are present in the city.
Най-вече от най-различните културни слоеве, които видях.
Yes, normally we know very well Sofia and the World Heritage sites that are inscribed, but normally we don't have the pleasure and the possibility to see all the indicative list of our country. So that's a very good experience to understand what has been done.
Добре познаваме град София и всички монументи в листата, българските монументи в листката на ЮНЕСКО, но рядко имаме така шанса да посетим монументите, които са в индикативната листа към нашия проект.
And what we have been discussing with the mayor and the authorities is how important it is to put the conservation of heritage of so ancient cultures in the middle of the policy making of a city.
Най-важното, за което разговаряхме с кмета и с общината, е именно това да се сложи културното наследство като централен фокус върху нововъведенията за града.
And in this case, as we are looking at the basilica and the mosaics, is how today we can present to new generation and tourists and everybody who wants to come to visit a city in a modern way to recover the history. So to incorporate some new technology also to showcase what is the importance of those cultures.
И визитата ни на базиликата всъщност е свързана с това как на идните поколения ние да представим по най-добрия и по най-модерен начин в културното ни наследство. Нали, което това е нашата генерална цел. Именно да се покаже на новите поколения това културно наследство, което ние вече имаме.
So at the end, what is important is how we ensure that conservation go along live cities and alive cities where you can have all the commerce and entertainment that you can have in a city on the cultural aspect, but at the same time to respect, to conserve, to show new generation their history, their identity, and the way that was constructed those cities.
Идеята е това културно наследство да върви ръка с новите нововведения в градовете, живите градове. Всичко свързано с фестивали и с какви такива мероприятия. Това културно наследство да върви ръка за ръка с него.
And finally, this city is a great example on how when there is a policy making where the people are at the center of the preoccupation of the authorities, it looks like this city.
И този град е именно брилянтен пример за това. За как гражданството и как гражданското общество именно е в центърът на опазването на това наследство.
Voilà.
Какъв е срокът преминаване на индикативния списък нагоре? Тоест, кога ще бъде одобрен плодът на ново с него?
Quelle est la période de passer de la liste indicative justement à de faire membre de l'UNESCO?
D'abord, il n'y a pas une recette d'année, ça va dépendre du projet. L'important, c'est de savoir si toutes les conditions sont requises et c'est l'État partie, c'est-à-dire la Bulgarie, qui doit le présenter et le prioriser sur la liste.
На първо време трябва всички изисквания от цената на ЮНЕСКО да бъдат изпълнени. И всъщност държавата, България в случая, тя е тази, която ще презентира в крайна дали това е готово.
Donc, si je ne me trompe pas, la Bulgarie a plus de 12 ou 13 sites qui sont sur la liste indicative.
Ако не се лъжа, България има 12 или 13 обекта, които са включени в листата на ЮНЕСКО.
La dernière culturelle a été présentée dans les années 80. Donc,
значи последната така, която е представена, е била през 80-те години.
Donc, bien sûr, on est ouvert pour une nouvelle possible nomination pour les années à venir.
Разбира се, че ние сме отворени за една бъдеща номинация в бъдещите години.
Voilà. Merci beaucoup. J'espère. Ça dépend de vos autorités.
De vous aussi, hein?
Oui.
C'est complet, c'est un boulot.
Je sais.
Oui.
Merci.
Merci.